Hey everyone, it's Colin. Just a quick heads up, we're going to go on a bit of a hiatus after this episode. There's some real life stuff going on that is going on. And until it's not going on, we'll definitely be returning to finish the show. But I think this episode is a pretty good cliffhanger for what I would call the first half of our City of Glass campaign. If I had to make an estimate, I would say we'll be resuming in 2 or 3 months. Not a hard date, but I'll keep you updated here in the podcast feed as well as on our blog on Tumblr. That's all. Thank you all for your continued support, and I am sorry about the delay. Bye. Alright, so last time you all arrived at the Cathari Camp Rascal. After being checked in and given some colored ponchos, you immediately went to the camp's demonologist. There, Halo discovered that there was a lamp identical to the one that he came out of, and he became very interested in that lamp. Perhaps more importantly, Ledger and Booker were dragged into an audience with the great demon Parkelion. Parkelion instructed Ledger to turn his back on the Institute and work with Booker to find the friendly man, kill him, and steal a ribbon from him. Ledger asked Parkelion about where he might find his real body, to which Parkelion told him that his real body was on its way and his fake body would be found shortly. After getting that rather elusive clue, you were all intercepted and brought to the Expedition Marshal's office, where you found that the ex-Mar looked just like Ledger, a convincing doppelganger with perhaps 15 more years of age on him. And we will resume there.
I think Ledger walks in and looks at him and blinks and says, "Well, I'll be a son of a bitch."
He stares at Ledger for a few moments, and his face kind of contorts in confusion. And then he gestures for the other soldiers in the tent to leave, and once they do, he says, "Well, now, isn't this a surprise?"
"Yes, it is. I hope you're not expecting me to explain this to you. I have no understanding."
"Yes, this is quite unusual. I had figured necromancy was well suppressed, especially of this kind, but sometimes you get thrown a curveball."
Necromancy.
Yes.
Magic of the dead.
Yes.
But you're not dead, you're alive.
In a matter of speaking, yes.
Oh, now that is a surprise. Are you familiar with the Institute?
By rumor alone, are they the ones who have done this little trick?
Let's say that I owe them a great deal, and I wish that I did not.
Do you do me a favor, son? Could you take off your shirt and just show me your belly?
What the fuck?
Ain't you supposed to buy me dinner first or something? But Ledger kind of pulls the poncho over his head, knocking his top hat off of his head in the process, and then probably shucks off his coat, which is very heavy. It like clanks as it hits the ground because there's like a million different things in all of the dozens of little pockets. And then he kind of unbuckles his like crossed gun holsters that hold all of his bullets, and his tobacco pouch. And then he's got like a white button up underneath that's like really kind of shabby and frayed and maybe sweat stained at the armpits. And he unbuttons it and pulls it open.
The Exmar walks up to you and he points to a scar, kind of underneath your rib cage, going down across your belly button, down kind of towards your pelvis. So, yep. That's where I did it, right there.
Did what? Have you been ritualistically disemboweling yourself, perchance?
No, see, I killed you. I killed me.
And yet here we both are.
Yes, I figured when I dumped my body in the ocean, it wouldn't really turn up again, but I suppose I did it a little too close to shore. Yes, you see, I've replaced me. I am shape changer of sorts. Isn't that funny?
And yet you went through all the trouble of discarding your body so that you could wear the exact same face.
Yes, well, this man is, me, well positioned to advance in the Cathari ladder, and...
Ah, see, now that is fascinating.
And in not so long a time, I'll be retiring back to the continent of Cathar, where I will live my life in luxury. But this is all just very funny. This is a truly... I wish I could tell this story to my soldiers, but unfortunately, I don't think they'd understand.
No, I don't think anybody would. I think the real question then is, where does that leave us now?
Well, as strange as it is to say, I don't believe it really changes anything. I brought y'all in here because I wanted to extort you, and that's what I'm gonna do now. And if you try to tell anyone that I'm a devious shapeshifter, well, then I'm gonna say, no, that man right there is the shapeshifter. Y'all know me. I've been your commander for 15-odd years.
The old shapeshifter trick.
The old shapeshifter trick. This one's been studying his books.
That I have.
That is refreshingly candid of you.
Yes, well, I am a candid man. That's why I'm so popular. So, I'll just go with my original script, which is that I know about what you did with the fungus and the sphere and all that back in Micah, and that constitutes a crime in civilized society. So, usually that's a death sentence, but since I have a soft spot for a do what has to be done type, I'll cut you a deal. You do a favor and I let you move on. Sounds good?
How is that a crime?
How is condemning a town to be overrun by fungal monstrosities and killing the foreman with a large sphere a crime?
Literally, what did I do?
The foreman was bad. The town's still alive. They're just moving. And the fungus is not moving anywhere else. They're just taking the place.
The fungus is not moving anywhere else. They're just taking the place.
Yeah, I told the sphere to hold on to that place.
Look, I think that what my associate here means to say is that I would hope that he would understand that the truth of the matter actually doesn't matter in the slightest, and I would beg you, sir, to consider what it is that we have done when you attempt to, I guess, lever this favor onto us, because we are horribly violent men and we have done horribly violent things. And I would just take care as to what you believe the path of least resistance for us to be. And he smiles.
Naturally. Well, I don't really care. I'm in a camp full of horribly armed soldiers, and I think you'll find that I am very difficult to put down for good, given that I am made of a sort of goo.
Well,
Goo
then,
man.
with all of our cards on the table, why don't you tell us what this favor is?
We've been digging a big hole. I don't know what came over me. That phrase just triggered something in me. We've been digging a big hole underneath that big dome for reasons that I don't believe you really need to know. But we've run into some trouble in that hole, and our teams haven't been coming back from there. And I can't spare any more men, and I don't have any more prisoners to send down there. Now, if I thought this was a suicide, I wouldn't be telling you any of this. It is the professional opinion of our researchers, as well as the folks back home, that the City of Glass just don't like Cathar. Ever since we did that big invasion back in the day of the city, and that went bad, it's kind of held a grudge. That's what we think. So I like to rely on contractors, such as yourself, to probe the unknown corners of this place. The job is simple. You're just going to go down the hole. You're going to see how far it goes. When you get down there, you're going to find our mining foreman, whatever happened to him, find his logbook, verify that our taproot is there, and then we'll give you all the instructions. The eggheads will tell you what to do. And after that, you can just waltz right back up, and I'll send you on your way off to wherever the hell you want to go.
Well, it is just that simple, isn't it? Do we know what our next destination is?
You have no clue where you are. But you know
'Cause-
where deeper is, and that's your next destination.
I guess, yeah, we're just looking to head deeper.
You have to hit last candle. That's where you're trying to get to, and that is really deep.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I suppose it seems simple enough. Can you tell me absolutely anything about what is down there? Anything that might have killed your previous teams?
Well, we ran into some trouble. There's some critters down there, but we drove most of those out. It was a few months back that, not months, that a few weeks back that our team just kind of stopped responding, and then the people we sent down, they'd stopped responding too, and it's just a mess. I don't know. I don't know what's at the end of it, but folks like you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
I think Ledger smiles the gold-toothed smile right back at his doppelganger and says, "Now, I don't suppose you could get this red poncho off of me in the meantime, seeing as I am obviously not of any sort of danger to the fine people of this camp."
Well, no. I can do that when you get back up, though.
Can I get a blue one?
Do you want a blue one?
Yeah, not a yellow. Like him. I'll point to Booker.
It is nice.
Why is it so important? You know what? Yes, you can have a blue one.
Awesome.
Yellow and blue are basically the same.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
You're
Don't
blue
poncho.
now, Bailey.
Hey, if y'all do this for me, you can all have green ponchos.
They make them
Yeah.
in green?
Oh, yes, they do, and they're only reserved for special occasions.
We're fucking.
All right, buddy. Point us to the hole.
I believe we have an accord then.
Yeah, here's he writes something down, gives you a little folded piece of paper. It says, "Let these guys into the hole." Signed, Expedition Marshal. He gives you that.
Cool. Let's hold it out.
Well,
All right. Well,
see you in a bit.
I think the Xmar probably would have told you that there's not really any like urgent rush to go in the hole because you're not gonna be able to leave the camp anyways. So whatever. He's kind of chill about it for someone who's like kind of exploiting you.
yeah. Have we left yet?
Yeah, you're gone. I mean, you can go back in if you want.
I'm just wondering because we're
nighttime?
on such.
You're underground.
May it be nighttime? Sleeping time?
Yeah. What do they have, like work shifts or something?
When does the demonologist sleep?
Killer.
When will she wear wigs?
I mean, whenever you want, really. I mean, unless you have any business to do during "quote unquote" daytime. Yeah, I don't care. But Zach seems
Ledger
like
did just learn how to sneak.
He wanted to do something.
Oh, I was just wondering because we're on such candid terms with him, we could literally just be like, "Hey, do you got a dead body we can have, like a fresh one?"
Yeah.
But I don't know. We can find one. Maybe we can go to the. There's a blood haunt here somewhere, right?
Mhm.
I'm kind of light on cash. I spent almost everything I had. All I have is this sap-covered kukri and some of Peepaw's drinking mold. Oh wait, no, that's a lie. I have my bag of interesting teeth still, and those sealing supplies have never gone anywhere. I'm just thinking that we're probably not going to get a corpse for free unless we steal it.
Or you're very charming.
That is true.
I mean, maybe.
Ledger's not very
I
charming.
mean, do people care about the red shirts or what's the bad color that we have?
Red poncho.
The
Red.
poncho. Just saying, we are allowed to do things.
Let's say we're leaving his tent. We've been escorted out or whatever. And there's just like, I think we have a number of priorities with which to attend, but we should see if we can't find a corpse and start our downfall contact procedure sooner rather than later. Unless y'all disagree.
You're saying that to the group, right?
Yes, everybody.
Okay. Yeah, and we're leaving the tent, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're out.
Oh, okay. Just curious where we were.
I see nothing wrong with that course of action.
Do you think he would know where a dead body is? I point into the tent.
He might, but we did already make our exit, and to be frank, I don't like him very much.
I think he liked me. I mean, I can go in there real quick.
Sure, why don't you be my guest?
All right,
But
go on.
why don't you go with him, just in case?
I'm walking into the tent.
You're back in the tent.
Hey, real quickly, we need a dead body. Do you think you could help us out with that?
He looks up at you from his desk where
Any
he's working.
dead body. Any dead body. It doesn't need to be anything special.
Now, why would you need that?
I look at Booker.
Just to go into depth and question how we intend on doing so. Just do you have it or not? We'll get it elsewhere.
I do need to know, because now that you've come in here and asked for a dead body, I'm incredibly suspicious of you and your group's intentions. And frankly, it sounds like some blood magic shit, and
We're
I'm
not going to
a fan
have
of
sex
that.
with it or anything. That's not going to happen.
Now, why would you say that? Why would you say that?
That's not going to happen at all.
Give my friend. Are you familiar with medicine? Can you not think of reasons
Wait,
why
is
we
Halo
want
here?
a body? Yeah, did
Nope.
Halo spot
Did Halo follow them in? Ledger's outside.
Like, it's okay.
He
See
just,
that.
he just leans over to Ledger. What is sex?
I'll tell you when you're older.
Listen, this is all very strange. Can you just come clean with me? I mean, we have bodies. Doesn't need to be a human body, I presume.
No, I don't think so.
Doesn't.
No, it doesn't have to be.
Okay.
Huh.
I mean, could we just do the thing for you and then we can tell you after? We just need the body now.
No.
How badly do you want this done?
Listen, I may be what I am, but like this camp is my responsibility, and I'm not just going to let you do some necromancy or blood magic or necrophilia or whatever it is you intend.
What if we do it in a tent? No one would have to see.
Why are you being so evasive about this? Listen, I'm a reasonable man.
Maybe we should get Ledger in here.
We're very
God, I think
reasonable
Ledger's gonna.
as well.
I think Ledger's gonna push his way in, and he's gonna say, "Oh, for the love of, all right, listen. I believe we told you that part of our purpose here is charting a path down. Now that was all perfectly true. Our benefactor Virgil Albright communicates by way of these strange beetles, and the ritual with which the communication is sent involves." Putting them into a body. It is how we have charted our progress and our route. It has nothing to do with, well, I guess I supposed it was not blood magic, but I didn't think of it very hard, and I promise you that I will not let Mr. Bailey Cormac have sex with it either.
Yeah, see, it's not weird.
That is a great comfort.
I do not know why he felt the need to be so evasive.
I was just trying to protect ourselves, okay? And the group. I was thinking of the group, whatever.
I find that the hidden psychology of people does often come up under pressure. Well, if you are indeed telling the truth, then you wouldn't mind if I send one of my representatives to oversee this ritual of yours, would you?
I don't see why not. The procedure itself involves a setup and then a period of time passing after which we are able to converse directly, but I have no difficulty accepting that.
Not a problem. And he takes out a little sheet of paper. He writes down on it and says, "Give this to the quartermaster, and he'll provide you with a body of one of our deceased livestock."
Excellent. Do you think he could provide us with a place to leave it where it will not be disturbed?
Oh, no issue. We have plenty of dormitories that are spare at this time.
Excellent. Well, I'm glad we could do business, and sorry again for the, and he gives Bailey a glance. Unpleasantness, if you might regard it as such.
Oh, I deal with all sorts of colorful personalities, my brother of the flesh.
Let's go, Bailey.
I didn't do anything.
Hey, one thing I meant to ask you that I neglected to, and I feel rather stupid for it. Do you really not remember anything?
Not a damn thing. My understanding is that my situation is not uncommon as for people in my situation. Did I already say that? Look, I don't remember anything about the body that I am in, nor the soul that now inhabits it.
That is...
I am a blank slate placed upon this earth as a slave.
Oh. Well, that sucks.
Yeah. That thought had occurred to me once or twice.
Good luck. I'm excited to see what you do in this big hole of ours.
Yeah, I'm sure it will be a thrill. Yeah, Ledger's gonna leave.
We're out.
Great. You're out of the tent. You've acquired a body with your expert swift negotiation.
Great job, team.
Good work.
All it cost us was a little oversight.
Good work. I liked your it's not for necrophilia negotiation tactic. I think it really brought down his defenses.
Kind of like a good cop, bad cop kind of thing.
Yeah. Kind of like a good cop, weird cop situation.
We're doing it.
I'm receiving a lot of questions about my "I'm not a necrophile" shirt that I feel like are already answered by the shirt.
Yeah, that's what he's got on under his robes. Just no one's seen it yet.
Yeah, we just
Yeah, you
haven't
don't know what's
talked
It's
going
about
on down
Institute standard.
True.
Oops. All right, let's go to the quartermaster then, I guess.
Do. You have arrived at that's the Fallouts. That's not where we are. This temporary storehouse made out of metal caging and tent canvas. There are a bunch of piles of crates that are threatening to spill out of it, and there are a group of gray-robed slaves milling about, moving cargo in and out. In front is a barrel-chested man with his uniform half folded down, repairing a strange-looking contraption that looks like a backpack with a number of tubes and vials attached to it. And you presume this is the quartermaster, because he looks like one.
Oh, sick. That is a fascinating device you have there. Now, what is that?
Oh, red poncho. Ooh.
Oh, imagine the question came from my compatriot here. He gestures his head towards Booker.
blue poncho. I do like that.
Microwaves.
Oh, this here device is a caustic. We've been using it to spray acid on the fungus that production passed on the way here.
Yeah. Well, maybe Mr. Blue Poncho should also hand you the note.
Booker produces it and hands it to him.
Dead corpse of cattle? Preferably not useful one.
Mm-hmm.
Got to be kind of fresh, though, within a day or two.
Yeah, we actually just got this one we beheaded. You want to see it?
Oh,
Yeah.
Not many people. I appreciate you folk. Come with me.
Finally, somebody gets it.
He takes you into like a back room where like sitting on top of some like empty weapons crates is a cow. There's just a cow.
Huh?
It has its
Alive?
No, it has its head cut off.
No.
It has its head.
Yeah, but is it okay?
It has some like mushrooms growing out of its neck hole that are kind of crawling towards its head, which is a few feet away. And there's some like fungus mycelium growing from the head going towards the body, like they're trying to reconnect. And he says, "Now isn't this fascinating?"
Halo leans towards whoever's closest and says, "Is he okay?"
Now I'm thinking when they touch, something might happen. But I guess I'm giving this to you.
Stretch it back up.
Yeah, isn't that because the body's dead, but the mushroom's alive?
But that head doesn't match that animal.
What?
What?
Didn't you come here with a human head?
No, that's the cow's head.
Oh, okay, sorry. I'm sorry, never mind.
That'd be cool. That'd be way cooler though.
That'd be very
Can we
interesting.
retcon?
Oh shit.
Are there any other instructions on that there note? We're supposed to take this to some place perhaps secluded and I believe under the watchful eye of somebody.
Oh, he
If they
reads
got
it.
the time.
He reads the note again. I think I got a little too excited about my corpse, if I'm being honest here. Yes, I need to get one of my boys to go with you and oversee your ritual. Make sure nothing funny is up. Shoot them if they're being weird about it.
Well, now that one is really up to interpretation.
You would be surprised how many times we see that message.
You could watch the ritual if you want.
That's
No,
comforting.
that's a below my pay grade. I'm busy with my own matters, and he looks to the cow corpse.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to interrupt.
Don't you want to see the feet of your beloved cow?
Can I keep the head?
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, actually, hold on.
Oh, yeah.
The last time we did this, did it speak? It was just a mass of beetles, right? It didn't speak with the corpse's
No,
head.
you just need like enough biomass equal to like a human body.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
the
well,
body
that's
should be
fine, then.
enough. Great. I am curious if I take that head and put it with a human body. You think it would try to connect?
Perhaps maybe if there was some fungus also in the human body, please.
Oh yeah,
do
we got those. We got those
Yeah.
for sure.
keep us.
I mean,
would
who's
love to
stopping
know.
you, right? You should try.
Nobody's
Is that a good
stopping
idea?
us.
Exactly. No one can see you in this tent. You do whatever you want.
He kind of
Okay,
scratches
makes
the back of his head a little bit.
Hey, I might be back later. You tell me what you find out. Okay.
Yeah, of course. I think I will.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
This guy's all right.
Yo. He would not say yo. He would not say yo. He would not say yo, guys. Can we be honest
What's up,
here?
yo?
He wouldn't say yo. He calls over one of his boys who's not like a servant who has his mind about him and says, go with these folks and they're going to do a weird ritual and well, here are the instructions. Just, keep an eye on it. Here's a couple bottles of beer. Keep you occupied. And you now have your escort.
Yay.
Perfect. Yeah, we're just gonna go to whatever dormitory, and I think Ledger will pop Downfall's beetle out of his pocket and let it get to work.
Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on. We do there's a process, right?
Yeah,
It's-
you
I
put
don't
some
remember from last
sand
time.
in the hole, neck
That's
hole.
right. We
You
put it
play
in the
a-
neck hole.
You play a little wooden flute, and then you let the beetle on it, and it starts going in there and just chomping. You have to wait like 27 hours, I think.
Yes, that
Oh,
27
jeez, really?
sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah, so you got a day. So you can go in the hole now. You can go in the hole later. There's no rush. Take your time. You go to sleep. I know Halo's
Wait,
been
is
angling to attack.
Is the watch guy is just going to sit around and watch the cow? Or
He's just gonna
what's
sit
he
around
gonna
and watch the cow.
do? For 27 hours?
Yeah, I think he
Wow.
probably says like, I'm gonna need to get like a second watch guy to help me out here.
Yeah,
Probably.
probably.
Do
What
let
did
me
the
know what
Yeah,
happens. We
well.
didn't watch the process last time, and I admit a curiosity in the matter.
I've
Yeah.
seen worse. Trust me, that quartermaster, he's a freak.
Yeah, it
Oh.
seems like he has particular interest.
Yeah, but you can't question it. He's your boss, right? You kind of just gotta go
That's
with it.
the
Like
way it
I
goes.
love your corpses, boss. They're very interesting.
I'm sure he loves his
Relatable.
corpses.
I think he
that's
loves them a
bad
little too
picture.
much.
I think you're right.
You wouldn't know anything
What
about
do we
that,
do
would
with
you,
that
Bailey?
Only a freak would think something like that.
The note says, P.S. The one in the big hat wants to fuck the cow. Watch out for him.
Watch out.
2 thumbs up from Bailey.
All right. I think, I guess we can do this in character. We found ourselves with a little bit of time to kill. We could either rest and recuperate, wait for this to go up before we undertake our particular errand, given that we are not in any sort of necessary rush, or try and get it out of the way and hope that we survive to send this message out when we are done. What do y'all
I mean,
think?
I got nothing going on right now, so I'm good to just get to action. But, I mean, we have the time. If anyone needs to feel a little bit better about themselves, we can, fix things. Is everyone okay right now?
Halo says, I feel sleepy.
Okay, nap time for Halo. What about you, Booker?
You have this craving for teeth that I'd like to be rid of.
Well, we could probably fit some time in with that. What do you think, Ledger?
Well, if he wanted to go see the Soul Ward, we would need to drum up something in the way of payment. I believe I've got something around here. He starts rummaging through his coat pockets.
I have a
D4
D4 tallies as well.
I think we need, what is it, D8 to remove a minor, or is it D6?
D6 for minor, D8 to downgrade a major.
I also
Is-
have.
Is your craving for teeth a major or a minor?
Oh no, it's major. I'm broke.
Well, we
Oh,
can
no.
do two. We can do 2D. So we can do 2D6s to make a D8. You guys have 2D4 tallies, right? So you combine those into a D6, and then Ledger, I think, rummages through his coat and he pulls out a bag. Sorry, go ahead.
Just to clarify, so how it works is that a D4 and a D6 is equal to D8. One D4 moves everything up by one step.
Oh, okay. So that's even better. Ledger
but-
can produce his. Oh, sorry.
But rules as written, you need an actual D8 object. You can't combine to go higher. So a D4 and a D6 is equal in value to a D8, but someone will not take it as a D8 resource for a Fallout. Something I've discovered recently.
Fuck. So how do we? So if you don't already have a D8, you're just shit out of luck then.
Basically, yes. But Booker does have a D10.
I'm not selling my book.
Okay.
My super book.
Never mind. I'll keep the hunger.
All right.
There will always be
mean-
more teeth.
If to be totally honest, removing stress seems much less useful than removing fallout, and so you can just keep your tooth craving. Actually, how much is it to reduce stress at a haunt?
You get a stress equal to the value of what you give them. So if you give them
Okay.
a D4, you reduce D4 stress.
Okay, because I have 7 echo stress after that horrible meeting with Parkellian, so maybe Ledger could go to the soul ward.
You can, if you have blood stress, you can get mended by a friend. I think mind as well.
Yeah, that's what I bought the drinking mold for. I still got that, by the way. If anybody ever needs to recuperate mind, they can.
Anyone's thirsty.
I think maybe Ledger will think about it for a minute and he's like, you know what, I might go see that soul ward myself. I'm feeling out of sorts ever since that, well, I suppose you might call it an ambush. And he shoots a look at Booker. But I think some gray paint and chanting will set my soul right. I'll catch up with y'all later.
All right. Have
I think
fun.
Ledger's just going to wander off with his hands in his pockets.
Just to remind you, you have a red poncho, which means you are not allowed to move around unescorted. You can do it, but it might cause a problem.
Oh, fuck. What color of poncho can escort me? Any?
Probably blue or yellow, I think.
Hi, I'm yellow. He's
I am
blue.
blue.
I think he'll stop, look down at his poncho, and be like, on second thought, maybe one of y'all should come with me.
All right, you get to pick.
What?
Who's your favorite?
Fine, Bailey, come on, let's go.
Yeah. I jog up to him. Let's do
I
this.
still have to contact the Institute, too.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll do that. How do I even do that? I can't remember. We just usually do it with letters, right? Like normal post office shit?
Yeah, in this case, you have to go to the Scion's office.
That's right. Oh, fuck. I need money for so much shit.
Right?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the unless you want to stretch it out, I can just do the soul ward real fast.
Sure. What are you trying to get rid
If
of?
you're
This is a
fine.
word. Yeah.
Just stress. I'm gonna get a D6 to gain D6.
Sure.
This
This is roll
I'll-
a d6 and remove your stress by that much.
Yeah, I will part with my bag of teeth.
Goodbye, teeth.
Love those teeth. Goodbye, teeth. You've served me well.
Ooh, 6. Nice.
That's what I'm fucking talking about.
Big
Okay.
money.
You overindulge.
No, I don't. I have one stress left.
There isn't
Sterile.
overindulging in this system.
It's too much teeth.
Ledger is missing. He's turned off that paint.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, so if you want to swap back to the other two, or we can go to the Scion. It's up to...
Halo, you're not going to sleep, are you?
No.
Booker, what are you doing? Are you keeping an eye on Halo?
Booker's hanging out with Halo, not really keeping an eye on them, but I mean,
Are they in their
next to him.
quarters?
yeah,
You are in your
Booker's
quarters
in the-
with the random lookout guy who's playing on his phone.
How small are the quarters? Where are we sitting? What's the layout?
What are you
It's
gonna
like-
do?
I'm imagining like a very boring dormitory. So you have like some cots
It's like in a tent.
and like a table and a tent.
And a smelly dead cow.
And, like,
Dead
and
cow
there's
on
a
the
dead
bed.
cow there that has some like fungus.
Is there like a window?
Like a vent in a tent?
Well, there might be a panel that opens up or something.
Yeah,
right?
it's
sure.
true.
You have
Yeah, some tents have windows.
You have a Velcro panel you can roll up if you're feeling like you need some breeze.
Okay. Well,
For some reason.
You guys aren't trapped
Halo's-
there. You're allowed to leave.
Halo's not really paying attention to Booker. He says, "Thank you for coming with me." And then he goes and sits on his cot and he starts taking off his poncho. He's in the corner of the room. Does the guard see him? Does he try to stop him?
The guard sees you take off your poncho.
Oh, come
and,
on.
And just like assumes you're going to
I'm
sleep
going to
and just
sleep.
looks back
That's
down
true.
at his cell phone.
Halo lays down in like a weird flat dead man's pose atop the covers for a little bit. And is there a light source in the tent?
Yeah, probably. Probably like a bloodlight lantern.
Yeah. Okay, Halo turns to Booker and says, "You didn't see anything." And then he raises a hand out and extinguishes the lantern.
Okay, it's dark now.
Okay, Booker nods.
He-
If you see that before you did that.
He gets up suddenly, tries to take advantage of the guard's eyes not adjusting yet because he's still looking at his bright ass phone. And he kind of just sneaks around the perimeter and goes to walk out of the tent.
Just to be clear, he doesn't actually have a phone. I know I probably don't need to
Come
say
on.
that, but like that is
Yeah,
just
yeah.
what I'm going to say whenever someone's
He's
doing
got
it.
He's
his,
looking
like,
at a crystal.
orb or
He's got a
something.
crystal that
He's
he's
got
set
a
up
crystal.
one with.
Yeah, he's scrolling Crystal Instagram. Instagram. And he's like, fuck, dude, these crystals are looking good. And he holds it up to Booker and be like, would you?
That's a rock.
Well, that means I escape.
Yeah,
Effortlessly,
well, I mean, so you're trying to sneak.
I'm trying to sneak. I don't have sneak, but can Booker aid me in sneaking? I forget.
Sure.
Yeah. Oh, well, Booker needs to have, I think Booker needs to
Instruction.
have Haven or
I have
Sneak,
Haven.
which he does have. So,
Cool.
how is Booker
Okay, how does
helping?
Booker choose to help me? Does he
Booker-
agree to crystalgram?
Booker goes and pulls up next to the guard and just starts talking to him. So he has more bodies than this?
Yeah, man. Dude, you don't even want to get started with it. It's nasty. Okay.
Crazy. They
So-
let him?
Wait, so are you turning off the light, like, probably in the middle of this conversation?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Good, cool. All right, Sneak.
Okay. What am I rolling?
I'm just gonna assume the guard is like, "Oh, you're going to sleep. No biggie."
So,
Okay.
Sneak Haven, do I roll?
Yeah, Sneak Haven.
Plus
With an extra
one.
die because you're being helped.
Standard.
Yeah, standard. Success. Take no stress.
Success.
6 and an 8.
Yay!
Yeah,
Cool.
you sneak out of the tent. You're out of the tent. It is. Let's call it sleepy time. You're in a cave, so
Mhm.
there's still people milling about because it's kind of like a weird situation. You are a demon without a poncho.
I'm also all black, and I'm skirting just around the edges of the tents. And anytime I get within like 5-10 meters of a lamp, I suck the light out of it.
Great. You see little lights going out as you proceed towards the demonologist tent. Let's just say you are there. You've gotten to the demonologist tent, mostly unmolested.
Mostly. Is there beetles? I lean outside the entrance and I listen. Sleep. This is too perfect. Halo gingerly opens the tent flaps and lets himself inside.
You're inside the tent. Demoner is at her desk, sleeping.
Sleeping at her desk.
Yeah, I know. On that grind.
Workaholic.
On that grind.
Okay.
Got her lamp nearby. Still. Just kind of face
It's
down.
She's
Indiana
cradling it
Jones
like
switcheroo.
Gandalf with the fucking.
You're gonna have to switch it with a bag of sand, so be careful.
Yeah, is there a teddy bear in the room? Anyone? Yeah, she's not actually cradling it, is she?
It is nearby her. She likes her lamp. We established
I
she
know.
really likes her lamp.
Okay. He looks around for a little bit and then he just kind of does some silent steps up and goes to grab it.
Okay. Let's get another sneak haven roll. This will just encompass this whole process.
Do I lose my
Haven.
+1?
Oh yes, you do. Booker ain't here no more.
You are
Okay.
no longer being helped.
I'm on my own.
Oh, it's a critical failure. Take
Oh, that's
double
bad.
stress.
Oh no.
Holy fuck,
Ooh.
dude!
should've
Bad
done
time for
else.
that to happen.
Wait, can I use
Yes.
an ability first?
Ability.
well, what is your ability?
Yes. Crucible. You bring the energy of the city inside yourself and transmute it into power. At any time, roll a d6. If it's equal to or under your current echo stress, clear that much stress from echo and roll with mastery on your next action. If it's over, add that stress to echo. And I have... never mind. 2
Mhm.
echo stress, so this wouldn't work.
You just need to roll a 1,
I
right?
don't feel like I know. I just rolling a 1, so nah. Well, yeah. Maybe not.
Yeah, I mean, probably not after the fact. Okay,
No.
roll a d6. If it is a 1, I will let it happen, because I'm nice. I'm literally nice.
Oh,
You're such a
that's
nice
you
guy.
can just rearrange the order of the editing. I don't have to know.
No, everyone's going to know, but they're going to know I'm nice.
Come on. Come in again. Roll.
Don't worry, this is going to actually work, though. So
No,
Oh,
You ain't no Bailey Cormac, okay?
no,
Um,
I don't have the horn.
Yeah, so I'm going to hurt you.
Yes, you are.
Hurt you. And
I have
also-
a system question.
I know what you're going to
If-
ask, but ask it.
Okay, if Halo gets stress but doesn't get fallout, does something bad still happen?
Yeah, so that's exactly the thing about this system that I kind of have issue with, is that I don't know. It's not really clear because you failed to sneak. So that kind of implies this person did notice you.
Notices me.
Yeah.
but
Should narrative
also-
consequences be separate from stress and fallout? I guess.
If not, then you have such a narrow range of consequences, right? So I think you just get
play
both.
with it a little.
Yeah, that's my. I don't think the maker of this game is listening, but if you are, hey. But yeah, I'm kind of just gonna ignore the rules a lot more from now on. Something I just decided.
We love that.
But first, you are going to take d6 times 2. You're gonna take 8 fortune stress.
Oh.
Gold coin. He just explodes into rings.
All right, I got total stress about 10 now.
Okay, roll a fallout test. Minor fallout. Cool.
Hey, I get
That's
my
the
minor
worst
beat.
thing in the world. It's pretty good.
No,
Hey.
no.
Well, I thought your thing was minor echo fallout. Right.
It's a specific type of fallout. What fallout am I taking? Fortune?
I was going to give you fortune.
But you could give me echo if you were nice.
Oh, you're
Literally
doing
nice.
double nice, right?
Guilt,
Uh-huh.
The guilt trip is here.
Okay. I couldn't I?
The thing that's kind of funny about all this is that basically, regardless of anything else, unless somebody intervenes, Halo's going to be captured and executed for being like a mutant, not a mutant,
they
a
wouldn't
demon on the
execute-
loose.
I'm a little sweet baby boy.
Okay, I'll put my red poncho back on. Sorry.
I mean, there's literally a minor fortune fallout which says "in trouble. You upset an important figure in this or a nearby haven."
Oh fuck!
Put him in timeout. You're in trouble.
You're putting it out.
Yeah, I honestly, Halo, I have to get you in trouble here. You reach out to grab this thing. So you take the minor fallout in trouble. I really like that it's called in trouble. Ooh, Halo's in trouble.
Oh fuck!
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're in trouble. The demoner wakes up as you reach out for this lantern. You feel like so close to it. You feel like you're about to become one with it, like it wants to. And the demoner like shouts and says, "Hey, what the hell are you doing? Where's your poncho?"
Ah! I move my hand suddenly and knock the lantern over and jump back.
I don't think the lantern breaks. I think it takes more force to break it. Otherwise, these would be really shitty.
Too
lanterns. Yeah, I think she casts a spell. I think
Oh,
she
fuck.
casts a fucking spell.
Oh, no.
She reaches into her pocket, takes out another piece of like weird coral that you saw her grab before. She snaps it in her hands and then throws it out at you, and kind of makes like a claw shape with her hand, and the carpet turns back into rats.
No.
And grabs you. It freaking grabs you. The rats grab you. They are not nice, and they are biting you.
No.
And then, you are held there. And she says, Now you fucking done it. Well, now you fucking done it, haven't you?
He's struggling against the rats, being like, no, but your
Hey,
hands are...
I need a guard in
What?
here. And some guards come in. Some armed guards. And she says, this demon, and she kind of narrows her eyes, just tried to steal something from me. And it looks like it's walking around without a poncho or an escort. And I think we all know what that means.
Halo puts his hands up to his heart, and then he points at the lamp, and he says, this lamp, it doesn't want to be here. It wants to be with me. It's right. This is wrong. These rats, he's trying to brush off the rats. These rats are wrong. The lamp is right. I just need it.
What are you doing, Halo? Are you aiming for a roll here?
I have compel. I'm trying to compel.
Okay, what is your angle? Is that you need this lamp?
I'm just trying to get them to understand that this lamp is in the wrong place, and so are these rats, and I'm in the right place. And all they have to understand is that if the lamp was with me, two things would be in the right place, and if the rats were gone, nothing would be in a wrong place. You see?
Yeah, can't argue with that.
It's not very compelling after you've already been caught. I'm going to be honest. Do you have any move that could help with this?
Let's look.
Explosion.
I mean, this could be the time. He hasn't done it yet.
Uh-oh. I was joking.
You did just take a fallout. Isn't that a trigger for it?
Oh.
You're gonna blow up.
I was joking about
It's when
explosion.
you suffer major fallout.
No.
It's
But you can
either
just do it at
whenever I
will
want to
also,
or when I do
can't
it.
you?
Yeah, I think he's getting more agitated than he ever has in his life. And as he's trying to explain this extremely reasonable, rationable argument, he starts to have his heart, where his hands are held over, glow pretty bright. And you see all these like thrumming golden liquid veins kind of spreading out from it and entering into his extremities. So he's getting a little bit intimidating as he's also doing this
Okay.
plea.
And you're trying to compel them by scaring them. Then, in this case.
Yes, it's a little bit of an unintentional scaring, but it's what's happening.
Okay, compel Haven. And I'm going to say this is
Compel
risky.
Yeah. Ooh.
Failure. Take stress.
Oh, Halo, my brave baby boy, you're going to die.
I have
Don't
a
worry.
type.
You take
I'm
one
gonna
echo
kill
stress.
you, dog.
One echo stress. I remember you clear all your fortune stress when you took that minor.
Okay.
But yeah, take one echo. If I don't know if you have any armor for it, and then roll fall test.
I do have echo. Wait. If I had the protection and I take the timer up, do I have to take the timer up or no?
So if you have armor, you subtract your armor from any damage you take in that resistance. So if you have one
No,
echo
I don't
armor or
take it.
more, you would take no stress. And no fall
Cool.
test needed.
No stress.
Okay. You do not take any stress, but you are now like you have failed to convince these people, and the rats have started growing around you, in a very serious way, and they're starting to pull you into the ground.
Uh-oh.
And she says, "I think we're going to put you away for later." And with a clap of her hand, you disappear.
What? Where'd I go?
We'll get back to you later.
Oh, Lord.
Ledger.
Ledger is strolling along. He's whistling to himself. I guess he maybe has some gray paint on him, depending on how things went on the Soul Ward. He's probably just kind of leaving it there.
Feeling good.
He's whistling. He's smoking a nasty cigarette. Bailey's following him along. I think he's going to say, Bailey, I got to go to the Scion to send a message.
Sounds like I'm coming with you. I mean,
Yeah, it does sound like. I don't think I have any more secrets to keep from you. I am an open book. This is a situation that I have to deal with.
listen, it's fine. All right, this shit is just going all haywire at this point. We do all have our own secrets. I don't care. Let's just go.
All right. That is wonderfully candid. Let us move along. I'm going to go to the Scion.
Great. Scion's tent is a tent. You've seen it before. Say what you will. They got some good tents here.
Nice tent.
You're provided pretty much immediately with a form to fill out, designating the location you need the message transmitted to, as well as the contents of the message you need transmitted. As usual, you have a code where you can write it all in. They'll be expecting updates on your mission to find the Maw apparatus, and in all likelihood, they'll want to know why you're transmitting from Camp Rascal and why you weren't making contact with them sooner.
So they know that like I'm doing the Albright thing as part of my cover, right? Like they're
Yes.
aware of that.
Mm.
So I think that Ledger in code is basically going to say, moving deeper in the city, landscape is changing. Think I have a good lead on it. Will hopefully be moving to secure in the next. What's kind of just to refresh my memory, what's kind of like the timeline with which we move between havens? It's like a few days usually, right? Of travel?
Yes. There are usually a few days of travel, but sometimes it gets weird with how it works inside and outside.
Yeah, so I guess maybe he would just say,
like soon. Honestly, just saying soon would be enough because it's so weird.
That's like hoping to move to obtain it soon.
Yeah,
I think that's going to be it. It's basically truthful because we know that the hungry man. God, I hope that's not his name. The friendly man. We know that he's moving into the city, right? Or we have reason to believe it, even though he's probably behind us.
Yes.
So it's not. None of it is really a lie. He's just omitting what he agreed to get Parkellian to do. I need to revisit the audio on that because I was very careful with my wording, and I need to go over what exactly I agreed to. But
you agreed to kill him and take his scarf and give it to Parkellian.
Yeah, but
as I recall.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, that's what he does. It's basically mostly truthful. He's not letting on that the friendly man is behind us and we're moving away from him because they don't need to know that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's basically it.
Great. You hand your message to the haunted-looking man at the desk, who you presume to be the Scion responsible for broadcasting this message. He looks at your face very intently.
Here it comes.
Are you going to tell me that I look familiar now?
You've seen it too, haven't you?
Oh, I have seen a great many things. I believe you will have to be more specific.
The theater.
Now, what do you know about a place like that?
I don't know anything about it, but I know that you have a special role to play. One familiar to you, I think. Though, maybe you've forgotten it.
Are Scions always weird like this, or is this guy being weird?
They are weird people. This is particularly weird.
Yeah, but like them being a little kind of spacey and ethereal is not like completely.
No, they're wacky as part of their job description.
Okay. That is really interesting. Now, where do you think you got all of this information? Did it just drift into your little brain through the ether then?
He stares at you again, and his eyes like boring through you, and then it's like he's looking far away, and then his kind of mouth opens slackly, and he says, "That'll be 1 tally mark, please."
Is 1 tally mark like a negligible amount of money?
Yes, it is not. It is not very much. You
okay, I'll just assume. Okay,
you don't need to give anything up.
Yeah. Okay, so he flicks 1 at him.
A fun thing about the Cathari people is that they don't have any currency that is worth less than $20.
Wow,
that is fun.
Yeah, just FYI.
I like that.
For any purchases in the future.
Thank you for telling me.
Yeah, I think like you should just keep this in mind.
Yeah. All right, sure. I flick it at him.
Yeah. I think you receive. I mean, do you wait for a response? I guess,
yeah. If I would probably know this if they're like if they generally
quick.
Get back to me right away. Yeah, I'll wait around for it.
Yeah, I think like within 20 minutes you get a response back from your employers
Sure.
telling you that they have reason to believe that the friendly man does in fact have the item that they are looking for. It would explain some things they know, and that you should track it down and get it from him and return immediately with it, and you can wrap things up.
Love to wrap things up. Love to wrap up my last job before retirement.
One last ride.
Cool. Yeah, that's fine.
Great.
Fuck 'em.
Yeah. Booker. At some point, the guard goes to turn the light back on.
Booker says, "Do you want to wake him up?"
Oh, I need to check on the corpse. They kind of told me to keep an eye on it, and I can't really see it right now.
All right, let me get the light.
Thanks.
Booker goes it so he could just do it over there without noticing.
If you turn the light back on, he will notice that that the demon is gone.
It's not working. Yeah, and are these things fragile? Like if Booker drops it, will it break?
Yeah.
Booker's gonna like try to feign handing it to him, then drop it.
He falls on the ground,
Real one.
breaks, and spills the sand everywhere.
Oh,
Stop!
shit.
Damn it! Damn it! Oh man,
Thanks,
that's
Booker.
Let's take another. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
that's
Where-
coming
where
out of my
can I-
paycheck, man. Come on.
Dude, I'm
Oh.
Butterfingers. That they call me that. I don't know what to say.
Oh, they call you Butterfingers, do they? And he becomes a very tough New York guy really quick.
Wow.
Can we
I
see the
just-
cow though? It's like here, right?
Okay, go. Can you go to the quartermaster and get a new fucking lantern, please?
Yeah. Let me get my poncho.
Right, I'll just take out my flashlight.
All right. Booker goes. He has a new
I need to get
objective.
back to my crystal.
Okay.
Where did that demon run off to?
Halo, you are in the infinite carpet dimension.
Oh man.
Not
A
again.
carpet stretches infinitely in every direction, and it also seems to be the horizon and the sky.
Is it a nice carpet? Is it like soft and plush, or is it made of rats?
It's made of rats, but it is also nice. So,
Oh,
Are they
there,
being nice to him now?
there are some
the
like
rats?
items in here. Yeah, they're just jostling you a little. You're not really sure what's going on exactly.
He's glowing really brightly, but then he glows a little less because it's calm all of a sudden. What's the items?
There's like some like empty bottles in here. There's like probably some bones, like a bucket full of blood. There's some like there's probably a dead body in here. There's probably at least one dead body in here.
Oh wow, no shortage.
we
of
just had to
those.
go to the carpet dimension to get a dead body.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Maybe like a box of those rocks that you got tested on with earlier, but these ones are all like broken and old. You're not really sure where you are. You're not really sure where you are, what's going on, but it's not good.
He wanders around and kind of touches the items, looks at the carpet ceiling, looks at the carpet floor, just kind of poking around the rats, being like, excuse me, sorry, excuse me, do you know the way out of here? And he's doing this for a little bit. Does anything change in his surroundings? Anyone else come in?
No, not yet.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of updating you on your situation. I don't have any like particular way out of this in mind for you. Just FYI.
I do.
Okay, great. Let's hear it.
No way out. This would be a really cool time. Maybe. We'll see what the GM thinks. To summon my lair.
Why don't you read that move for me?
The building in question is no larger than a small shop or study. Inside, the shadows crawl and scurry, the walls creak and whisper, and a maddening heartbeat thuds at the back of your consciousness. Perfect for you, but unsettling for anyone else. Any non-witch who enters your lair must roll resist plus occult, and mark d6 stress to echo on a failure, or d4 stress to echo on a partial success. When you are in a landmark, roll mend plus occult to summon your lair. On a success, it's always been here, as far as anyone knows. Your lair acts as a bond. If it suffers fallout, it's either eaten someone who'll be missed, or been damaged by suspicious locals.
Okay, sounds like you need to roll mend cult, right?
Yes, I do. He's unknowingly whispering some sort of ritual to these rats and being polite to them. And we'll see what happens.
Failure.
Oh my god. That was 4 dice, too.
Holy fuck, man.
I know.
Ooh. Oh, it's risky, that's
Your
why.
friends.
Oh. Was it supposed to be risky?
No, but
Could it have been standard?
Then it would be a 9.
Then you got a 9. Yeah, it's standard. So you succeed.
Oh, thank fuck.
Okay. What does this mean? I honestly kind of know what it means, just using
Yeah, you do.
general fantasy logic, which is that when you summon a pocket dimension inside of a pocket dimension, it's a bad idea.
Yes.
You violated some rules here. Okay. I think your lair starts to appear. It kind of like flickers a little bit, very indistinct. Trying to take the form of its surroundings, because it's kind of like a chameleon, right? It doesn't stick out immediately from the outside, right?
Yeah, its natural form is very tooth-based. Like, imagine a kind of tooth-based cave structure or hut structure that somewhat blends in with the surroundings. So it's maybe like shifting in and out between being like these bloody teeth that are trying to open into a aperture and also being made of rats. I don't know.
Makes sense. Makes sense to me. You see flickering in and out. You see the carpet start to kind of bend a little bit. You hear like a tearing noise that also sounds like the chittering of rats. And I think you start falling. You fall through the ground.
Oh no.
And like you see beneath you, it's like you're falling from the sky all of a sudden. And you see a big black ocean below you, which you kind of recognize as the Wandering Sea.
Oh fuck.
This is good, right?
And you start falling towards it. Surface tension who? As they say. What is your instinct here?
How quickly am I falling? Is this just air?
You are approaching 9.8 meters per second.
Knows the number.
God,
Yeah, I know terminal
okay.
velocity. Don't come at me.
No, you know the number.
Trampoline, summon trampoline. Glad I remembered the spell.
Is 2+ blood protection enough to survive a terminal velocity fall?
I mean, just like what is Halo's instinct? You are falling from a very great height suddenly after being pushed out between two pocket dimensions.
Immediate screaming. You just hear this like funny scream effect of ah! And he gets really bright. He gets really fucking bright. Okay.
Okay. You are rapidly approaching the water. What's your instinct here as the end comes into sight?
What's useful here? So true form gives me mastery against hunt and kill. I don't think I'm trying to hunt or kill the surface of the water.
No, probably not.
But he could just
maybe you are. Who knows?
He could go into a pencil dive and not suffer damages.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not looking for any particular answer here. I'm just trying to frame the scene.
What if, like, the brightness increases? All these flickering lights start shining out from him like he's some sort of disco ball made of the sun. And the moment where he's 1 inch away from the water, he stops midair. Just hovers for a second. It's like where his eyes are supposed to be. They're covered with his hands. And he, like, moves his fingers just a little to look around him and goes, what? And then immediately just falls into the ocean. Plop. Splash.
Make this a roll.
I'm killing the water surface.
I'll tell you the domain. The domain here is cursed. But your skill, if you want to kill, do it. Fuck, kill in your true form. Let's see.
I'm killing the water tension.
Kill in true form.
With this nice soft cannonball. Roll with mastery. Okay, let's see what happens. Critical success.
Wow,
Easy.
Holy
Wow.
This was great.
Yeah. You kill the water surface. You lash out with it with your hand? Hand?
The fuck?
Right? Your light hand or
I guess he instinctively like he's hovers for half a second and then falls, and he like probably reaches his hands out just on instinct to break the fall. Oh yeah.
yeah, because you are killing.
That's killing
so
it.
You're
That's killing
striking something. Yeah, I think for a moment you see on the other side of the water a reflection of yourself that looks a little different. Before it's kind of too late. And you strike it, and you feel the breaking of glass in your hands, and some part of you knows that you just broke the lantern.
No.
Well, no, I don't think so. I changed my mind. You didn't break the lantern.
It could be. It could be.
Because if you break the lantern, I'm going to hit you with something that might cause stress. I don't want to punish you for rolling a good roll.
Oh, okay.
So I'll just say you got the lantern. You managed to grab the lantern as you feel your hand moving towards this glassy thing.
Yes, perfect. This works for me better.
Appear very suddenly. I think you're back in bed. You're back in bed with your lantern, and hey Booker, you know everything that just happened?
Yeah.
That didn't happen. That just didn't happen.
I want the very last thing that he heard from Halo was on top of the covers. He looked over, he said, "You saw nothing." And then the next time Booker looks back, Halo's under the covers and there's a weird lump that's vaguely lantern shaped.
Exactly. Booker, you look over to the guard, and he's like, oh man, I gotta check on that cow. You mind?
Booker looks to the lantern and hands it to him. He feels like something's off.
Yeah, something feels really off. I think the Scion also, in this moment, on the other side of camp, is like shudders and says, "It's starting to happen."
Fuck.
But yeah, everything's back to normal, guys. No worries.
I love that.
What have you done?
He fixed the problem.
Oh, okay.
Don't hate.
All it takes.
You can add to your inventory D12. And you can just call it number. Where's the number for this? I had 347.
347. Amp number 347. What's the domain?
It doesn't have a domain. Or I guess you could say it has all domains.
Ooh,
Wow.
that's special.
Yeah. Everything's cool, guys.
Sweet. I love
Everything's
that.
literally fine.
That's nothing. There will be no existential consequences for this action, and I think Ledger and Bailey are probably walking back unless Bailey wants to go anywhere.
Nope.
Feels
I
good.
got nothing to go. So
Feels good, guys.
Does
Feels
Ledger's
good.
death feel anything strange?
I don't think she does.
Cool. Then we're just chilling out.
Maybe like a weird shiver, but that's it.
I'm a little concerned that we can move between timelines, and that's just a thing that happens. But we're back, and we're going to regroup. How much time has passed? Has it just been like a few hours?
Yeah, no biggie, no big time difference.
Okay, cool. I think Ledger's going to walk back into the tent and look suspiciously between the two of his compatriots and be like, well, I kind of did everything I wanted to do, and unless y'all really want to rest, I'm thinking, Halo, you have your little nap?
Yeah, is everyone like kitted up
Everyone's
and
back.
gearing out to go?
I mean, that's what
Dude.
Ledger's asking if we should.
He's not in bed anymore. He's getting his poncho back on. He's got 2 lamps, but I don't think anyone notices it yet. He's got his big backpack.
Ledger might notice, maybe not now. I don't think he's aware that anything strange happened while he was gone. So he's like, I don't want to waste time. I would like to leave this place as soon as the message is done. So what do
Yeah,
you say
agreed.
we go down, get this errand over with?
Let's go.
Hey, Mr. Guard, do I still gotta wear this damn poncho when I'm down there in the pit?
Well, technically not. You're not going to be escorted, so you could take it off and no one would know.
I might leave it like by the entrance and redon it upon my leaving.
Well,
Assuming I survive.
you gotta go in the dome first.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But presumably there'll be some kind of point where I can just like leave it and pick it up
Well,
later.
I've never been in the dome, if I'm being honest with you.
Oh, do people not go in there? I guess it's
No, we don't even know what the fuck's in there. So hey, if you figure it out, I'll pay you. I'll pay you.
You'll pay us?
You, Mr.
Yeah,
Okay, I guess.
I like gossip. What? I can't be human. I got a uniform on and I can't be human.
What you got, Mr. Human, huh? What you gonna pay with?
I'll give you 1d4 tallies if you come back with some good information.
1d4 tallies. Okay.
Yeah, that's like that could buy you more than a hot dog. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
Sure, that you've got yourself a deal.
Let's shake on it.
I don't want to do that. I think Ledger's just gonna leave.
What the hell? Hey, that's why you got a red poncho, buddy. You're rude.
Hooker nods his head. I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna shake on it. I shake and I say, I want a blue one though. Okay.
Hey, buddy, I'll get you a green one. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Okay. You guys going to the dome?
Get to the fucking dome, bro.
Let's get the fuck
You're going
on
to the
in.
dome? Okay. You made a save, right?
Mm-mm.
Like you saved before things got weird, right?
Oh fuck.
I'm out of ink ribbons, baby.
Oh shit. Okay, so the dome is nearly 20 feet high at its highest point. So not really that high, all things considered.
Yeah.
It does loom over you though as you draw close to it. You note that its surface is not smooth, but rather consists of countless tessellated triangles made out of this dull gray material. Its main entrance extends out from the dome. There's like arched tunnel with a pair of heavy metal doors at the front, guarded by two very heavily armed guards wearing these heavy silver cloaks over their uniforms. And there's a gentle vibration you can feel in the air here, resonating from within the dome, creating a slight hum in the air.
I think Ledger's gonna. They never took our weapons away, right? They gave me a red poncho, but they didn't take my revolver.
They just let you carry.
Sure, I think.
Cathar is big on their rights.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think Ledger's gonna like have his revolver out, and he's like rolling the chamber along his sleeves, like checking to make sure that all 6 cartridges are loaded. And he kind of walks up to the door, and he's like, "Gentlemen, we are to be entering this place, but I am curious. I presume you spend a lot of time sitting out here. Best guess, what do you think is inside?"
We can't talk about that, sir.
What do you,
Do you know?
What do you mean? You can't tell me. I'm going in. I'm gonna find out.
Yes, but we can't talk about it. It's part of the rules.
Oh.
You ain't supposed to talk about it, neither.
Well, what am I supposed to say? Can you excuse me and let me go into nothing behind you so I can do nothing in a place that doesn't exist?
We've been told, though, to await you. We know you're coming. Look out for the 2 red ponchos. Let them in. They're going to go down. They're going to go down. That's what they told me. And you're going to go down. So that's cool.
So they said we were going down. That sounds awful lot like they're talking about it to me. Are you sure that's not against the rules?
He's got you there.
Why are you trying to cause trouble right now? What have I done to you?
I just think this whole pomp and circumstance is a little bit ridiculous over a dome, all right?
Oh, maybe that's why you got a red poncho on, friend.
I have been
It's told
told
about the red poncho, okay?
Oh, can I leave it here with you?
You ain't even a demon. You ain't even a demon.
No, that is true.
But you're acting like one. You're acting like one, friend.
Now that is an ignorant comment.
Go inside. Go inside. I don't want to talk to you anymore.
I think Ledger's going to take his poncho off and be like, I'm going to leave this here. You can make sure I put it back on when I come out.
No, you take it off in the airlock, okay?
Airlock? I'll be damned. Oh, fine. He goes inside and then he takes his poncho off and throws it on the ground.
I hate this place. I hate high school.
Luther looks over. Hey, any tips for a friend?
What? Like for the hole?
Yeah.
Whole tips.
Listen, buddy. They're just gonna send you down the esophageaum, and you're just gonna have to make do.
Hey,
He said the name.
I guess my tip is follow the taproot. I guess.
Thanks.
Yeah, this all makes sense to you, doesn't it?
I don't know shit. All right.
Get your ass in there, buddy.
All right.
Sorry, the door guards are not nice, guys. I'm really
They're
sorry.
not nice. Bailey looks at the crumpled red poncho on the floor, and he's like, you sure showed them. Good job.
You know what? They say that I am Cathari, but I cannot stand these goddamn bureaucrats and their stupid rules.
Hey, I'm with you. I pull out my gun. Let's get this shit done.
Okay, so you were in the airlock. The big door is closed behind you. There's another set of doors in front of you. Off to the side, there are a bunch of these silver cloaks on a rack. They are labeled as resonance protection.
I suppose we should each don one of those.
Yep.
All
Zip.
right. Zip.
You put on your cool silver cloaks. They're
Yeah.
like space blankets. It's nice.
Awesome.
Warm.
I
Kind of
think-
loud, though. Kind of crinkly.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Crinkly.
Ledger probably thinks for a moment. He's like, "Baby, you try to stay underneath this thing just in case it matters some."
Can she
Oh,
overlap
that's
with
neat.
you?
I mean, she's a ghost. I assume so, but if not,
Yeah.
then she can just kind of like float
I
underneath.
don't know. It's your choice.
I think so. I think she's like literally like ghost rules. When I imagine her attacking people, I imagine that like
a stand. She's your stand.
you know what? I'll admit it. I've never watched JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, so I'm
Whoa.
aware of the concept.
Cool guy
That's
over
always what I
here.
thought.
Wow.
That's good. That's
This
actually
is
a good
shameful for you to force me to admit this on air, but
Well,
yeah, it's true.
I'm not going to describe to you what a stand is, but if you're listening, it's like a stand. Look it up. Okay. So you go inside. You go inside the dome, past the second airlock. There is a catwalk which surrounds the outside of the dome with spokes bridging over into the center of this area. At the center of which there are these 5 bony spikes, which kind of look like a skeletonized hand, reaching up out of a metal bowl. Hovering at the terminus of these 5 digits is a pitch black sphere, and as your eyes catch it, you hear a cacophony of screaming voices bursting into your head, which you quickly look away from because it's unpleasant,
Ugh.
I assume.
Ow.
Yeah, the guy on the inside here at the door is like, oh yeah, don't look at that thing.
Oh, there's a
Yeah,
guy
thanks for
inside.
telling us.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of people in here. There's like some like people off to the side of the bowl, some people using some devices.
Are they researchers? Do they look like researchers?
There are a couple of guys who look like eggheads for sure. You
Okay.
know eggheads. You're an expert
Yeah.
in eggheads.
Mhm.
These guys are eggheads.
Yeah.
Um,
Look, are you allowed to talk about the thing in here, or is it still against the rules?
I mean, I'm not going to tell you what it is. Is that what you're asking?
Well, you can't tell me, or you won't tell me.
Both, I suppose. I mean, I can tell you what you need to do. I'm going to lead you to the researchers up by the entrance down there, and they're going to talk to you about everything. But I'm just kind of your escort.
Yeah, maybe they understand.
I see you put on the cloaks. That was kind of smart of you. Last guy was sitting here. He didn't even take one.
What happened to him?
Well, I don't know. He just went down. He didn't come back.
Was he the
It's 'cause-
foreman? Is that the guy we're looking for?
You are looking for the foreman, but
Yeah.
I was like, no. That's our team. But there was a guy who came here, real friendly fellow. We sent him after the foreman because he got caught up in some bureaucracy, and he volunteered going down.
That's an interesting choice of words. How friendly? would you say?
It's funny actually. His name, it was literally friendly, friendly
Oh,
man.
shit.
Isn't that weird?
That is weird. How long ago was that?
Oh, I don't know. Days kind of blend together here, but 4, 5 week, something like that.
Wow.
Oh, fuck.
It's all coming together.
Let's just go. Let's just go. I think we should just go.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. Let me get you to the researchers. He leads you down some stairs, which leads below the bowl and the weird bone hand. The earth has been kind of mined away, revealing a tunnel which kind of ends in what looks to be an elevator from what you've seen. Off to the side of it are a number of these horse-sized mechanical crustaceans with a number of drills attached to them and shovels and scoops, and they all seem to be in really bad condition. And near the hole in the elevator are a couple of the eggheads wearing the silver cloaks with these big tinted goggles, and they're kind of all speaking to each other and look over to you all as you approach and say, you are the next volunteers, I take it.
In a manner of speaking, I suppose.
Good. So how much do you know? How much did they tell you?
Not anything. We're looking to you to actually say fucking something about this damn thing.
Okay. Well, basically, so you see this green and brown fleshy appendage right here, which
Yes.
is going in the hole. And he kind of points at it and it squishes a little bit.
Yep.
This right here is the tap root. And you're going to want to just follow this all the way down. And if you get to the bottom and it stops before you find the foreman or anything like that, you're just going to want to kind of massage and pull the tap root until it starts growing again. It's going to point you in the direction of the power source. And then, if you follow that, you should find the foreman because that's what he was looking for too. He has a journal. He should have a journal. Just find the journal, bring it back up, fill us in. There was another volunteer we sent down earlier. He won't be wearing a uniform. That's how you'll know it's him. And whatever happened to him too, we'd be interested in it. All really basic stuff. Sound basic? If it sounds basic, you gotta say it back to me so I know you understand.
All basic stuff.
Not that part.
We had to
Sounds
go down
basic.
the hole, follow the taproot. If it ends, we have to massage it.
Yes.
Yeah, I got that.
We'll
And
call it stroking the old root.
Sorry.
what? So you're looking for a power source then?
In a matter of speaking, yes.
We're not supposed to do anything to it. Just look at it,
No, the taproot will find its way to the power source on its own.
and it'll attach to it or something.
Yeah, something like that.
The foreman's somewhere in there too, right?
He should be.
If we can find him.
Yes, if there's like a cave-in, then, try to move the cave-in or something. There should
Anything
be
we
tools.
got
I
to?
don't know.
Okay. Tools. Good.
Yeah, there's like shovels and stuff down there.
Is there anything down there killing folk by any chance?
Well, we don't know, but we don't think so. We didn't run into anything like that. And yeah, well, we don't know. We don't know.
Any theories?
People just aren't coming back. Well, our theory is like some sort of gas leak, but we haven't had no proof of that.
All right. Well, this has truly been an enlightening conversation. I was told that your last volunteer was something of a friendly man. Did he seem to be in
Yeah.
good spirits going down there?
Yeah, he seemed determined but friendly, and also his name was friendly. Isn't that weird?
It's so
That
funny.
is so strange. Well, I suppose it's time we go.
Well, he got a green poncho.
That does
Why?
not surprise me. You know
He's a friendly
why.
guy.
Whatever.
The Exmar really liked him.
Yeah, I bet he did.
Elevator's right there. Just you hit the lever, it'll take you down, and it'll take you back up too.
One final question. What
Mhm.
happens to us if we don't got the poncho on?
What do you mean?
Like, why is it necessary? What danger will befall someone who takes it off or does not wear one in the first place?
Like outside here or here?
Anywhere. Down there, up here?
Oh, you mean the cloak?
Yeah.
Not the
Oh, that's
poncho,
different.
sorry.
Yeah, that's different. Oh well, the device, and he points up at the thing above you. It gives off a sort of energy, which is not good for long-term exposure. You'd probably be fine without it because you're in and out, but we work here all day, so
I see. Well,
you won't need it down there. So if it annoys you, you can take it off.
I suppose we will leave you then. Do enjoy the proximity of your screaming orb of the damned, or whatever the hell.
Yeah, and that's what the goggles are for, and he taps his goggles.
Farewell. I think Ledger just walks over onto the elevator. He doesn't
Alright, good luck.
seem. Ever since the friendly man got mentioned, Ledger's got kind of like a scowl on his face. He's not his usual cheerful self. Having a
He's
bad
not been very
day.
cheerful lately.
No,
Bad day.
Up with that guy.
Are we good?
Bad day.
get on the damn elevator. Do I even know? Do I have that word? Is that a word that Ledger knows? Probably
Yeah. The Cathari are big
Elevator.
they're big on elevators. You've probably seen
Machines.
them by now.
not. Okay, cool.
They're like old-fashioned. They're like very old-fashioned elevators. We
Yeah.
don't got like
Mhm.
electricity quite
Rope.
yet. But we're getting there.
Yeah.
Actually, that's not true. They do have electricity, but that's not what is here. Okay. The elevator starts going down really slow. You may all now talk amongst yourselves while I take a swig of water.
All right. I think everybody gets in. Ledger flips the switch and he looks around and he's like, the friendly man is down there.
Isn't that interesting?
I deeply distrust the synchronicities that have been plaguing us. I do not like them.
I deeply distrust the friendly man. So we're correct there. And I don't think we should trust him if we meet him. What did you have to do again? Do you have to kill that guy? I start reloading my gun.
Allegedly. If he is indeed alive.
Yeah, I don't think that thing is a man, okay? So if we start going into attack mode, we just gotta be ready. Maybe we need to surprise him too, you know?
You're also given a special knife to kill him with.
Oh, that's right.
As a note.
Void knife. I do not think that you would go through all the trouble of sealing a normal man the way that the friendly man was sealed, nor would you go through such lengths to kill him.
This is what I'm saying. Something up with that guy. I said it from the beginning. We all know that, right?
Yes, you did. For the record, I do not want to have to do this.
Well, you want to talk to the god again? Maybe you can ask him nicely.
Yeah, we can get a meeting. It'll go great.
Perhaps not.
Halo, do you have your lamp out?
He's got his pack. He's got the lamp that was his original, clipped on the bottom of the pack. And also, just the other one, honestly, kind of maybe like on the same clip. So he bangs around a lot when he walks, but he's banging a little bit more. There's 2 lanterns there now.
So, are we going to talk about that now? I point to the lanterns.
Yeah, wait, what the hell? Where'd you get that second one?
Do they duplicate?
Oh, this one? Here?
You stole it from the demonologist, didn't you?
Oh.
It's not stealing if it chooses to go with you.
I got to use that one next time.
Yes, it's quite good. They can't argue with it, but they will try.
Yeah. Wait,
you argued with somebody?
What?
Well, not really so much with people. Mostly with rats, but they were helpful.
I like the Booker. Weren't you watching him?
He's the rat guy, you should know.
He just slept.
Really? He slept.
Just had a really good dream.
I don't know.
Look, we can talk about this another time. There's a part of me that believes that it is going to cease being important very soon.
A distant bell rings. Okay.
Let's go.
You go down this very slow elevator. You see the taproot on the wall opposite you going straight down into this brownish red stone that gets more and more red the deeper you go. And you eventually arrive at the bottom where the tunnel twists and turns in front of you, lit by the occasional blood light lantern set into the floor. And the taproot kind of crawls along the floor and the ceiling of this tunnel and leads the way forward. There's some like tools on the wall, like the occasional crate of like supplies, maybe some like old rations that have been left down here. But no like sign of a struggle that you can see so far or anything that really rings a warning bell in your head.
May I do something? Possibly use an ability here?
Yeah.
I would like to use my newfound ebony horn ability, machine interface, and I would like to touch the taproot and see if I can understand it and roll mastery on that.
Huh.
Is it a machine? I guess is the big question I'm asking here. Because I'm feeling similar things to the alien spaceship underground. And that's why I wanted to try to interface with something like this. So I think Bailey would try to make that connection since he's encountered something like this.
Roll me a discern as you touch your forehead to the ground. Discern occult.
All right. Discern occult mastery standard.
Standard.
All right. I think Bailey says, "Give me a second, guys. I just want to see if this works." And I think he puts his hand on. He like puts his gun down, puts his hand on the. He's going to put his hand on taproot, and then he stops, thinks for a bit. He starts lowering his horn to touch the taproot.
There you go. Success.
8. Take no stress. Look at that. That's a good roll. What do you want to know? What are you interested in here?
I want to know if this is part of a larger. Is like what is a taproot a part of? Like, is it part of a larger machine similar to what I had encountered before? Like, is the taproot just a taproot?
You know what? Actually, this is this would have been a dangerous roll, but you actually would be fine because you rolled really well.
Okay.
Because I just remembered something about the taproot that I didn't write down in my notes.
Oh fuck!
sorry.
Yeah. Fuck. We gotta go into cyberspace here. Okay, so basically the taproot is kind of what it sounds like. It is basically
Cable?
a wire,
Yeah.
a biomechanical cable, which it creeps towards this power source of some occult energy, which is deeper in the tunnel. You can sense that it goes deeper in. There is a point where the power seems to jump, I guess you would call it. Like there's the length of the taproot and how long it says it is off. There's like some non-linear space stuff going on, I guess I would call it, just to like lay it on the table farther down the tunnel. Going back up the elevator, the big thing up there, the weird screaming ball and the fingers, it connects somewhere else. And in that connection, there's something big in there. There's something big in that connection, which is extremely loud and sounds like a million voices overlapping, which is blocking your path going through that orb. Like there's something on the other end of that orb and you're being blocked by a firewall. I guess you could just call it like basically a mental firewall there that you could try to penetrate, but it would be a very dangerous thing to do.
Okay, so we should try to find a way around this firewall.
You don't need to, because you're going the opposite direction. But if you wanted to know more about what's above you, instead of what's deeper in the tunnel, then yes, you could.
Okay. I explain all that to my comrades. Basically.
That'll make sense, right, guys?
That don't make a damn lick of sense.
Basically, I think this is part of a much larger thing. I don't think it's just the dome and the taproot. But if we want to understand more, we could follow the taproot backwards, or we can keep going forwards. But something seems off about the power here. I don't think it's connecting right.
Now, is this a Cathari thing, or is it something they found, do you think?
Hold on, let me ask the root again for my horn on it. No, wait, I can't do that again. This seems otherworldly. I don't know. It doesn't seem part of anything that was Cathari.
Yeah, that was my assumption as well. I suppose it doesn't matter much. We should move on.
Yeah, listen, I got a dangerous vibe from this thing, so just tread lightly, okay?
Well, isn't that just a change of pace? Something dangerous.
Yeah, what did you know?
I think Ledger's got his revolver out and probably like a normal style lamp, as we have described having in the past.
Great.
And I guess he's leading the way. That's technically his job.
Yeah,
Sure.
I'm behind you with my Demon Wood coach gun. Says right
Oh,
here.
yeah, I forgot you got a totally fucking swag shotgun now.
Mm-hmm.
Jealous, aren't you?
Yeah, a little. Well, I gave it to him. I picked it up and put it in his hands.
You'll never admit that.
Okay. You proceed down the tunnel. Nothing of interest happens for a while. Until you reach the end of the tunnel. And lodged in the wall of the stone, there is an oil painting. It is a painting of an open blue sky with a valley filled with lush green fields. The whole area is lit in the shadowless daylight of midday, with no sun in the sky. In the center of the valley is a large town filled with intricate, stark white buildings. From the middle of the town's largest building, there is a gray pillar which stretches into the sky. The painting itself seems to be emitting some of the sunlight from within, and you can feel the warm beams of light touch your skin. The taproot that you've been following seems to have crawled up towards the painting and actually seems to have gone inside of it, with a distortion present at the bottom of the painting where it seems to be going in.
I think Ledger's going to turn around, look at everybody, and then I think he's going to just reach one hand through.
Nope, okay.
Your hand goes through and it's very warm.
Oh, nothing weird happens to my hand?
No, it feels really nice. And I think you can see your hand in the painting when you do that.
Cool.
Like it gets oil painting-arized as it goes through.
Is it a normal hand or is it a skeleton hand?
Oh, you know what? I think it's a hand, but it is wearing different clothes than you are, and it looks Vaguely familiar, but you don't know why.
Bailey stops him. Ledger's gonna like put his upper body through and step through.
Well, I think Bailey does maybe stop you, and then just kind of like puts his hand up, and then now he's gonna start putting his gun, like the tip of his gun, through to see if it does anything. Like, what does it look like on the other side?
It looks like your gun. It looks like your gun, but in an oil painting style.
Oh, well, that didn't change.
No.
Are we going through?
Yes, we have no choice. There's no point bandying about, if you ask me.
Well, let's get to it.
Great.
You want to go first?
Yeah, Ledger didn't even respond to that comment. He just steps through.
Oh, okay.
How tall is the oil painting? Is
it's
it like
tall enough. It's tall enough.
He
It's not
just steps in.
that big, but it's big enough.
okay? Cool.
Yeah, Ledger passes through, and you all see him on the other side. He goes in. He looks around. He gives the thumbs up, and he waves for you all to come through.
Who wants to destroy the painting? Nah, I'm just kidding. Let's go.
Yeah, Ledger, you don't do that, by the way, I presume.
I don't give a thumbs up.
I mean, here's what I'll say. No matter what you say, that is what you did.
Okay. He wouldn't. Assuming what he would probably just like maybe like do like a come here gesture, but he wouldn't thumbs up. That's not like him at all.
No, not really. You know, now that I think about it, when you go through, you look like a different person to everyone else.
Really?
Yeah, you genuinely do not look like yourself to everyone else. I do not have the description in front of me of what you look like, but suffice to say, it is not Ledger.
He looks different through the
Interesting.
painting. Like,
He
if we're
looks
looking in the painting,
absolutely
that's
different. He's dressed in different clothes. He's a different face. You kind of
Okay.
Different
there are some
new
similar
man.
mannerisms, but it is not Ledger Gray.
New world, new me.
Oh, I'll go next. Sling the coach gun around my shoulder, and I step in.
Okay, Bailey goes in. He looks normal.
He looks the same.
Actually, no. Bailey wouldn't look the same. Fuck.
Horn.
Fuck.
Horn.
Bailey does not have a horn, and he looks like a different guy in like a research outfit.
Okay. Booker walks through.
To Halo, Booker Booker actually looks normal. Maybe he looks a little happier. Or maybe a little sadder. You choose, Booker.
It's ambiguous.
You can't tell with that smile.
It's happy or sad based on the angle,
Mm.
like a prism.
Oh, shit.
I knew that'd make you laugh. And that's what Halo was saying, looking at Booker.
Oh, yes.
You're like a prism. And then Ledger's like, how the fuck did you learn that work?
Great.
He's still saying this to himself. Playing hand
He's
puppets.
breaking the fourth wall. He's got his
Yeah.
second lantern, and he's high, man.
Yeah, that lantern wants to be with you. It wants to be open.
It's with me. It's not time yet. Wait.
Okay. You all step through, I suppose, now that Halo is done with his shadow puppets.
Yeah.
Yes.
On the other side of the painting, it is pleasantly warm. You kind of see everything you see here. Ledger looks like himself again, as does Bailey, on this side of the painting. Behind you, there is no painting, but there is a mirror, and on the mirror, there is a page of a script, which has been stuck to it. And the script says, they called this place Cardia, a digestive error containing a chunk of what was once known as the City of Wishes. It would not be appropriate to call it a place, but a misplace. The City of Wishes was meant to be the final destination of those entering these terrible lands. But something else had taken its place, and as such, what was once a destination of finality was vomitously expelled. Here lies one such extranium. No doubt some traces of the old power might be found here, but this place will not have you. You are awaited in the temple. The show must go on.
That sounds fun.
Oh shit! I think Ledger, his eyes widen a little bit, and he looks at his death, who is presumably floated out from underneath the radiation poncho.
Mm-hmm.
Is this it? Would she know? I don't know how much will or understanding she really has over anything.
Is this what?
Is this the afterlife that he was expelled from?
It doesn't feel like it. That's for sure.
Okay. Would she say that or communicate it non-verbally to him, perhaps?
In the afterlife, you and your death were not separate. She does not seem any recognition. She has an uneasiness, if anything.
Okay. Do I still look weird to them in here?
You look completely normal. You look back like your old self.
Like my Ledger self?
Yes, you are a ledger.
Yeah.
You're a ledger. You're no longer being viewed through the canvas.
Okay, I see. Alright, I don't like anything about this.
Yeah.
The taproot continues through the grassy field ahead of you. towards the town below. In the grassy field, like kind of in the distance, but just enough you can see it, there's like a little red lump off to the side of the taproot.
Let's inspect that lump.
Let's get on over there. I suspect that may be our foreman.
Yeah, we go over to the lump.
As you proceed through the field, there's like this gentle breeze that feels very nice, very idyllic. You all can all see the picture, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
We don't see any people in the city, do we?
Yeah.
The distant buildings beyond?
You do
We don't- not a soul? Okay.
Not a soul,
That's what I thought.
brother. You tell me a scary white city has no people in it? What?
Yeah, I don't know if I can believe that.
Yeah, you you go along the taproot. You can't tell if this red lump is moving or if it's the wind, but it does seem to be a little bit animated. And approaching it, you get a better look at it. And if you really had to guess, it is some sort of mulched up human being. You see a half destroyed eyeball in there, some tattered pieces of a Cathari servant's uniform, as well as might be the haft of some tool, and it seems to like undulate slightly as you approach.
Is this our foreman?
You said it had a servant's uniform on?
Yes, so most likely not the foreman.
No, you see the scraps of cloth in there. That's one of them brain-wiped fools they got shambling around. Poor bastard. Hey, you got any understanding in that horrible quivering lump of meat?
The meat quivers.
Like an intelligent quiver, or it just keeps doing what it's doing?
It is quivering.
Okay, don't quiver for like 1 second. Stop quivering. Maybe you can't help it.
I think
it's quivering. It is not corresponding
Excessively.
to your prompts.
I believe that the fate of this poor creature is none of our business beyond doing our best to make sure that we do not befall the same fate.
Yeah. Wait a minute, it has an eye. Can the eye blink?
I think it's an eyeball.
It's half of a ruined eyeball.
I don't think it has a lid. Or even a
We'll get you a
socket.
lid, buddy. We'll get you a lid. All right? Just hang on.
This is revolting, but it's not what we are here for. Let's move on.
Yeah.
No idea what the source of the light is, eh?
No.
There's no sun. Do we cast a shadow?
No. There are no shadows.
Now that is peculiar. If I hold my lantern up, can I make it cause my hand to cast a shadow?
Your lantern doesn't cast any light.
Oh.
You see fire within, you feel its warmth, but there's no light.
Halo, how's your lantern doing? Mine doesn't seem to make any light in this place. I think he shuts it off to save the oil.
Yeah, is mine just still glowing? The broken one's not.
Yours works. You can cast shadows.
Does it want to be used as a lantern right now?
No, it wants you to break it open.
Classic lantern.
Always saying that.
Always saying that shit.
He picks it up. He unlatches it from his bag and he's like, "We need some light right now?"
No, I was curious more than anything else. This place seems well lit despite it having absolutely no source.
Guy holding a pipe bomb. You want some fucking light? You want some fucking light?
Okay. He puts it back.
Let's
Great.
keep moving away from this wretched meat pile.
Let's follow the taproot.
You pass through the grassy fields until the grass turns into the white brickwork of the town. The great white buildings stretch all around you. They are ornately decorated, each one a great work of art with lavish engravings and moldings. Upon closer examination, you realize that the doors to these buildings are not real. They are just extremely intricate facades which look like doors. It's almost as if the entire building was built out of a monolithic chunk of white stone. Ahead of you on the street is another of those red clumps of flesh.
Well, ain't that just a familiar sight? More doors that ain't doors at all. Makes you think of the theater, don't it?
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of theater vibes here. Very on my guard.
Bailey, here in the street, looking up at like the biggest building you saw with that weird gray tube coming out of the top of it that stretches infinitely into the sky, you realize that this place you've seen in your journal before, in Checker Graham's journal.
Oh, hey, wait a second. Yeah, I have the journal and I flip it open, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
I get to the page, what do I see?
You see this. There is a note on it that says, "Have to find the painter. I think he'll clear things up for me."
That gives me a lot of relief. Good news, guys. This is as artificial as anything else. I think we're very deep inside the machine. It's creating the city of glass.
You and your damn machines.
Trust me, that's how it did all this, okay?
What do you think's been pulping these folks? We got another pile up ahead. Maybe we ought to poke at it some.
Hey, you all take 1d4 echo stress.
What the fuck?
The entire city of, which you know to be called Cardia, seems to shake. You're not sure if it's shaking physically, but there is a sensation of intense vibration that rattles through you. It is almost pleasant, like a vigorous massage, but it is doing something to you.
/R 1d4. 2 echo.
It's kind of funny. This hasn't really come up, but like the abilities that I have been taking for Ledger indicate that like his soul has continued to deteriorate and he's getting more and more fucked up. And the last one I took was Tattered Soul, which gives me +1 echo protection. So I actually take 0 stress from this.
Okay, everyone who did take stress and didn't get it all negated, roll me your fallout test, please. That is perfect.
Maybe.
Minor fallout for our favorite boys.
Yay!
Not me.
That's really unlucky for Booker, actually.
His teeth.
Yeah, Booker and Halo both took fallout, which is actually very cool because I had a very particular fallout in mind here.
Yes, love this.
You become a massive pulp. It's actually kind of neat.
Yes, Bailey and Ledger, Halo and Booker disappear.
Again.
What? They are gone.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Great. Ready my shotgun.
Where are we?
I'm not telling you.
We should move more quickly. Let's go. Come on, follow the... You don't think they're around here, do you?
Let's just go.
I'd hate to leave Halo behind. Fine, damn it.
Let's go.
Yeah, we start running.
Great.
Tap to the Booker behind.
Are you running down along the taproot? I predict.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think Ledger assumes that's the way out. I assume Bailey thinks the same.
Sure. You start running through these very large white streets. It seems very difficult to run through them. Then the taproot keeps just going straight towards this building with the big tube coming out of it, which you know to be called the temple. And we'll just have you running. And we're going to cut to our friends. Our friends.
Carpet dimension again. Come on.
Halo and Booker. You find yourself suddenly somewhere else. You seem to be backstage at a theater, picking through the curtains at stage left. In front of you on stage, you hear familiar voices. Ledger and Bailey are looking around and discussing the sudden disappearance of their two friends, Halo and Booker. And they begin to run, almost running in place on this stage with this weird backdrop of a white city behind them. And in your hand is a script, Halo, a single page of typed instructions which reads, Halo looks on at his friends, unsure whether to join them on stage or not, but before he can choose, he hears the creaking of wood behind him. He turns and comes face to face with the friendly man, but something is wrong. The usually jovial face is filled with something else, a deep and unquenchable hunger. Thick streams of saliva run down his face and drop off his chin onto the ground. His teeth grind and gnash against each other, and his body is tight with apprehension and intent. The friendly man runs his fingernails up and down the silken ribbon around his neck. Then he speaks. It won't be long now. It's almost time for my introduction, he says, his mouth wet and sticky with saliva. Then Booker asks the question that's on everyone's mind.
What are you?
The friendly man gives him a malicious laugh. You'll find out when the script says you do. But let's be honest, friend. I think we all know how this is going to end. A stage light comes on with a loud ka-chunk, illuminating the stage behind Booker and Halo. Booker and Halo turn their back on the friendly man, and then, possessed by some odd intent, re-enter the scene. Hey guys, Booker and Halo are back.
Where do they show up when we're running?
They're just right in front of you.
Whoa! I think Ledger's been sprinting, and he does the most Looney Tunes-ass breaking on his heels and sliding. Just a couple inches.
Barrel through Halo. I smash into him and fall
apart into the most cacophonous sound of junk mage and lantern possible.
A lot of jangling.
There's squeaking, a rubber ducky falls.
I think Ledger takes a couple steps back and he's got his revolver pointed at both of them and he's like, what in the hell? Where did you go? Where did you come from?
Why are you pointing gun at us? We're back.
I'm putting the coach gun in your face. You're Halo, right?
We saw the friendly man.
What?
He wasn't
Where is
so friendly.
He was hungry. He was so hungry.
Oh my god, my Freudian slip earlier of saying hungry man was prophetic.
I've made that Freudian slip myself.
He just needs a frozen dinner.
Ledger looks around and he probably reaches down and tries to get you guys up and he's like, go, we just need to go. There's nothing else. We have to run right now, this way.
Bailey's gonna grab you by the hand, Halo. He's like not gonna let you go. And he's dragging you along.
Yeah, we're going.
Yeah.
And it's worth noting that everywhere in that script where the friendly man's name was written, it's written by hand, with the typed name having been scratched out. Okay, you're running. As you run, you hear this voice humming from down one of the pale white streets. And Ledger and Halo, the humming seems so familiar to you.
Is it nice?
It's very nice. It's like an old friend.
I think Ledger's going to stop and almost fall over because he's running so fast. He's probably heaving breaths and he's like, y'all hear that?
Humming?
Yeah.
I do.
Ledger, Halo, that's the painter.
Ooh.
I don't know how I know that, right? I just know that.
You just know.
Is there a direction?
Let's go. It's just a trick.
Yeah.
That's creepy.
It's just a trick, but...
Yeah, Halo is redirected by Bailey quickly and starts running again.
Yeah,
Hold
I'm
on,
having my idea.
wait, damn it, wait!
Why? What?
The painter. Your journal, what did it say? What did it say? Didn't it mention that
I
name?
flipped to the page. What does it say?
The painter, you'll know. He'll be able to help you.
I slammed the book closed. Go. Go there now.
Fuck. Ledger not really understanding why looks over his shoulder to make sure his death is following him, and he's going to start running towards the sound.
Yeah, I let go of your hand now, Halo, and I'm pushing you forward, like directly.
I love this.
Now you go.
Looney Tunes indeed.
This is so slapdash, yeah.
You turn, you weave through the terrible white streets, and you find the painter. A gaunt-looking man with an easel in front of him with dried chips of red paint intermixed with the wet pigment still dripping off onto the ground. His chair sits in this ever-growing puddle. That's all I have to say for now.
I think Ledger's gonna walk up. He's not gonna. Did you say that he's in the middle of a puddle?
Yes, of red paint.
I'm not gonna step in the puddle. I might go up to its edge and be like, "You're the painter."
He looks up to you and says, "Yes, that is me. I am the painter."
What is happening to this place?
You all take 1d4 echo stress.
Oh my god.
Are you gonna roll it or should we?
You guys can roll it. I like it more that way.
/R1D4.
I took 1 that time.
Ugh.
1.
Damn. Everybody's rattling apart.
Yeah, you guys are welcome to use collateral if you want, for those of you with it. Just heads up.
Collateral?
Don't point it at me. Don't point that fucking thing at me.
Yeah.
Oh, to reallocate stress elsewhere.
Yeah.
I'm gonna save that for later.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do the same.
That's no problem with me.
Fallout test?
Yeah. Fallout test.
No fallout. Wow, that was close. I rolled a 3 against a
Ooh.
2.
Another minor.
Wow.
Anyone who took Fallout last time, remember you had to clear all your echo stress.
Yeah.
Oh
okay.
fuck, I didn't do that.
So
Okay,
you
What was
wouldn't
my
have...
minor fallout so I can add it?
It was glitched, which is that you vanished from reality temporarily.
Right.
But it's temporary,
Okay.
so you don't have to write it down.
Okay.
It resolved itself.
Okay, that's my new
Nope.
Fallout
Yeah,
test. I'm fine.
no one got Fallout except for no one. No one got Fallout.
No one.
Yeah, the painter,
Excellent.
as another rumble goes through your body, the painter says, "You know what it is."
I don't. God damn it. That's why I'm asking you.
I think I run forward too, and I say, Checker Graham, have you seen Checker Graham?
Yes. Yes, he's been here
I ready my
before.
gun at him. Where is he? Where is he?
Now or later?
Right now.
I can't tell you. But he went deeper.
Which way?
Down. In the temple. Something has occurred to me just now. Can I share it with you?
If you do it fast.
I believe that in this moment, that 2 of you have spoken to me before, and it occurs to me that in some part 3 of you have stood in this place before, and it occurs to me that all of you have forgotten something vitally important, and it occurs to me that none of you shall attain satisfaction, And it occurs to me that I should not be here. And it occurs to me that I was given true peace. I was given true peace, and something precise and terrible has dragged me back from that peace. And it is your fault, just as much as it is my fault. And lastly, it occurs to me that I am sorry. I am sorry for all of this.
Are you me?
No. You are you.
I think Ledger's going to take a step into the blood.
Makes a wet, sticky noise. And he goes back to painting.
That's it?
painting.
Nothing
What does this
terrible
painting
happened.
look like?
You want to look at his painting?
Yeah.
The painting itself seems to be an expanse of pure gore and viscera. It seems to stretch endlessly. The painting gives an impossible sense of depth and detail. In that same painting, you swear you see a glint of metal in the distance. Something in Bailey stirs. You feel that you know that in this distance is the key.
Halo isn't saying anything while everyone else is interrogating the painter. He's just admiring the painting. And he reaches out to put a hand on the painter's shoulder. Hopefully he doesn't flinch. And Halo says, This work is also beautiful.
I once thought this was the truth, but you showed me that it was not.
It's okay. It's both. It can be both.
Maybe.
I think Ledger takes a step and another step, and he probably shoves Halo out of the way and grabs this guy by both of his shoulders and starts fucking shaking him. He's like, "Tell me, you son of a bitch! Tell me who I am! Tell me what I forgot! Tell me!"
Painter just like, blah, 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 blah.
I think maybe in this agitated state, his skeletal hands show through, but they're like rotted and corroded compared to the white. It seems wrong, more wrong than the rotting flesh that it was before.
You know I can't tell you. You know.
I think Ledger's gonna... If Ledger throws him to the side, does he fall off of his chair?
Yeah.
I think he throws him off of his chair to the side. He draws his gun, he aims it down at his head, and then I think he looks at his death, and then he turns away, and I think he starts running back to where the taproot is. He just fucking takes off.
Sure. I think during this you knock over the easel. I think that'd be cool.
Sure.
And I think Bailey, you do see in this painting, there's a key in here for you, should you so desire it.
Oh, a key!
Yeah, I'm going to rush forward, but I'm going to go talk to the painter on the ground, maybe help him up.
Yeah, you help him up. He says, I don't think we've met before, but I appreciate it nonetheless.
Checker Graham, where is he later?
Down deep. Buried.
In the temple?
Yes, he was. He is.
I kind of grab him by the shoulder and point at the painting. Why do I see a key in there? You drew that, right?
I didn't make this painting.
Then what are you doing to it?
I'm painting it.
I'm going to reach my hand out and try to grab the key in the painting.
Don't do that. It's still wet. Halo's trying to stop you. Halo's trying to stop you. Halo's trying to stop you.
I'm going for it. What do we have to roll for him to try to stop me?
I would say Halo is interfering, so you're going to get minus 1d on this roll.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you for letting me interfere.
What is it?
Cursed.
Delve cursed. And then
Oh,
it's a
would've been really
minus
good
one,
then.
right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Wow, Jesus, that's a
Success.
success. Nice.
Wow.
Not bad at all.
Bailey,
Yeah.
the luck is stored in the unicorn horn.
When Bailey wants something,
Yes.
Bailey gets
Graham Checker. Graham Checker is in my heart.
How do you fight Halo off?
Yeah, I think it might be, unfortunately, a little violent. I think I give you like a very harsh kick in the stomach, so you fall to the floor.
Oh,
And then I kind of go back to the painting like I'm in a trance. It's like my eyes are not blinking. I am like, my mouth is hung open and I'm like putting my hands in. You never seen Bailey like this before.
I hate that. The idea of someone being violently unkind to Halo is very upsetting to me.
It's very fucked up. Bailey seems to be in a very
It
fucked up
looks bad.
situation right now.
Yeah, I get it. Hey, I get it. Hey guys, this is fucked up. Anyone else feel like this is really fucked up?
You noticed?
What's really mean?
Yeah, Bailey, you grab the painting, you put your hand in it, your hand gets covered in red paint, it goes through the painting, deep into it, and you feel your hand clutch on something metallic in there. And you know the box can be opened now. You just know. You pull your hand out. It's just covered in red paint all the way up to the shoulder.
Is there a key in there?
No, the key's in your head, man.
How
That's
do
where
I
the
open the
box
box?
No one else saw a key, dude.
How do I open the box, Colin?
You just put the key in the lock, man.
All right. I close my eyes and I put the key in the lock.
Great. Inside, you see a town, a small hamlet with all basic features you might expect. What sets it apart from other towns is that at the center of it is a building which feels out of time, an intricate cathedral. And Bailey, you almost immediately realize you've seen this cathedral before. There was a scale model of it built on the stage where you saw your doppelgangers performing beneath the wandering sea. There's something about this cathedral, about this town that calls to you, and not just you either. Everyone here, whether they're with you or not, because Ledger's taken off, you see this imprint of the cathedral, you see this town momentarily, and it calls to you. It's an expansion of yourself. And Bailey, you know that in that cathedral, Checker Graham is waiting for you.
Good.
You all have gained a new move. It is called Awaiting Cathedral. Once per session, you may project any stress onto the cathedral town, should you desire it.
Whoa,
Hey.
that's awesome.
I immediately get the impression that doing so will have awful consequences.
What are you talking about?
If you're in the town of Omelos, it's the same thing. It'll be okay.
I'm immediately like, yeah, can't do that.
Dude, I live there. Why would I walk away?
Fuck.
Okay. You should probably get running.
I don't think I am. I asked the painter, I say, how do I get to the cathedral?
Down. Always down. Then back up, but then back down.
I point at the temple. I say, down?
The temple awaits. The show must go on.
I'm going to reach a hand towards Halo to help him back up again. Does he take it?
He does. Is the painting fine?
Yeah, the painting's great.
Okay. He holds no malice in his heart.
I dust him off and I say, sorry, Halo. Sometimes I
Well,
really need to get what I want. You just can't come between that, okay? This has to happen.
Halo pats his lamp and he's like, that's okay. I understand. His new
Good.
lamp, by the way.
We get it. It's okay. It's fine. That's you saw it too, right? I look at Booker.
Sure, man.
That's where we need to go. We just need to go there. Everything's going to be answered. Okay?
Great.
Come on, let's go. I start running off.
So Ledger, you had a head start.
Yeah.
I think as you run, you see that you pass one of those chunks of flesh, and you notice that it is no longer wiggling. It seems to have crystallized a little bit with these white chunks coming out of it, which you once thought were bones, but you actually think it might be part of the buildings around you.
Oh. I think Ledger's kind of distraught. He's not in his right mind.
Yeah.
I think he might shoot at it.
Yeah, you shoot it. It takes a bullet.
Does some of the white stuff break?
Oh, yeah.
Does it chip and shatter?
Yeah, it just chips a little bit. Like you shot stone,
Okay.
basically.
So you guys all in the back hear a fucking gunshot from ahead.
Whoa.
I think you get to the temple first, Ledger. The centermost building where the taproom is going up these big white stairs. There's this massive domed roof where that big gray column extends into the sky. And inside you find a circular chamber, stark white, just like everything else. At the center of this chamber is a massive column that extends down into the floor. That same gray column that comes from above. And there's an opening in the column here. And around that opening, you see a couple of things. The first is that someone has put down a rope and an anchor leading down into the interior of that column. Around it, you see some piles of red flesh as what looks like a backpack which has been bleached white and seems to be getting absorbed into the floor of the temple. Beyond the column, on the walls of the temple, there's a massive engraved work of art. It depicts a humongous city filled to the brim with people and animals. The people are so densely packed that some are forced to the edge of the city where they fall off in a constant stream like a waterfall. It's not clear if the city is floating, as the edge isn't depicted. The people just seem to fall once they are outside the bounds of it. Beneath the city is a massive toothed maw which the people fall into, and on the outer edges of the engraving, there's almost like a frame, as if the engraving itself was inside of a painting or something. And outside of that frame, there's an extremely intricate carved hand wielding a chisel. And
Does
everyone,
the hand bear any resemblance to the skeletal hand with the screaming orb in it upstairs?
no,
Or is it a normal
It just
hand?
looks like a normal hand, an important
Okay.
normal hand. And your friends catch up with you, and they also see all of this.
I think Ledger's kind of like standing there. He's got his gun at his side. He's looking up at it, and there's probably like tears streaming down the sides of his face. And as they walk up, he turns to look at them, and he's like, "It's not a painting at all. It's a sculpture.
What?
Look. The hand, the chisel."
Okay.
Bailey looks at the hole with the rope.
Hey, fun thing about that hole, Bailey, now that you're looking at it, you catch a glimpse of the inside of it, and you see that it is lined completely with teeth. And you realize
Ooh.
that this is the well.
The same well from the town.
It looks to be that way.
Huh.
This is the same well. The one we saw in the town. See, look. I point to the teeth.
Are we under the town?
Ledger looks
I
up.
look up at the pillar. Yeah.
I mean, it stretches infinitely into the sky.
What did the lady say about the pillar when we were next to it? Or not the pillar, the well. Didn't she say something?
Mm,
Do you remember? at all?
probably. I mean, there was a girl.
Yeah,
Well,
did she say something? Was there something that we should have remembered from that?
Let me look at my notes.
Okay.
'Cause
I'm
I
just curious
honestly
if
do
it
not
was
know.
less like. Okay.
I do all sorts of shit, guys. Oh wait, I called it.
I think Ledger's gonna walk over and he's gonna like reach his hand in to see if he can catch a tooth falling from above.
Yeah, you do. Like perfectly, right when you put your hand in, one falls into your hand, and you
He
know that
grabs it out and looks at it.
this is the tooth you threw into the well.
He looks at it
Holy
kind of
shit.
curiously, and he laughs, but it's a humorless laugh. I think he pops it in his mouth and swallows it.
Yep.
Hey, what the fuck?
You
Tastes
could
good.
have given me that tooth.
You're not even hungry.
I do not have any notes for what the person said.
That's okay. I was just curious.
I think Ledger looks to his companions before we go down the hole. He's like, "Do you ever get the feeling that we're just trapped and running on rails and it doesn't matter what we do?"
Not at all. I feel like we're about to get where we needed to go.
Ledger takes his revolver and he spins the chamber, and then I think he puts it up to his own head. But I think his death stopped the chamber with the dead one in, and he pulls the trigger and it just clicks. And he kind of tilts his head to the side and then holsters it, and he's like, "I'm going down."
Not before me. I sling the gun behind my shoulder.
Fine.
Cool. The rope here is the same enamel rope that Booker has, which seems unaffected by whatever is happening in this fucked up little place.
Booker looks at it curiously.
And you start climbing down, right?
There's
Oh,
no
I'm
like
definitely going.
there's no like safety line or anything, right? It's just like straight up a rope.
Straight up a rope, brother. But you guys,
How
you're buff
wide?
boys, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
How wide is the tunnel?
It's pretty tight, but it's climbable.
Okay, so like if you started to fall, you could theoretically just like put your arms out into the teeth and you'd like be able to slow
They're
yourself
a
down,
little
kind of thing.
wet. I'm gonna be honest, they're a little slippery. Like, you know, feel the teeth in your mouth right now. It's not great.
Oh, so there's some saliva in this well.
Oh, there's absolutely saliva in this well. Are you kidding? It's dripping.
Ugh.
I
Well,
think this. Sorry, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say if you're going down a rope is easy.
I think I like the image of Bailey rushing, getting on a rope, and then going down into this well with no light. He just descends into the teeth, into the darkness,
Yeah.
all excited. It's the creepiest thing in the world. But I'm going down. Who wants to come? I assume all
Ledger's
of
gonna
us.
string his lantern to his hip, and he's gonna start going down too. He's got his trademark fingerless gloves on, so he can kind of just like get his palms on the rope. He's just kind of sliding down, which is the most
Yeah,
expedient
it's good
way.
rope. It's good rope.
Yeah.
Is anyone not going down? Okay, good. As you climb down the rope, who's on top? Who went down
Be
last?
Booker or Halo.
Yeah, probably Booker
Yeah.
or Halo.
Booker, as you climb down, you feel a wet splat on your head. And maybe from like the residual light from Halo's lantern, you see this red paint drop it smells just like that paint where you just were, just smeared across your face.
Is the source visible?
No, I mean, you probably do see some light from up there. You know, maybe you do see a little silhouette up there. And then that's when the rope is cut and you begin to fall down. And that's where we'll end.